All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 2023 Readership Survey kickoff video. I am Kevin Berrier, Marketing Director of the Maryland Delaware DC Press Association and MDDC Ad Services. And we wanted to create this introduction and how-to video for our Readership Survey to go through what the survey is, how it works, and ultimately how you set yourself up for success should you choose to participate in our Readership Survey. MDDC's readership survey is something that we strive to do each year, and we rotate the survey's focus between editorial and advertising each year. For 2023, the survey will have an advertising focus. If you're not familiar with our survey, it's essentially a readership survey where every publication that wants to participate gets their own publication-specific URL. We'll give you a toolkit of things that you can use to help publicize the survey. And on the back end, the team here at MDDC will produce the results for you for each publication and then roll up all of those results into a regional overview that's publicized to our members as well. Readership participation is key, and we want to set you up for success here. So what you're seeing here is an example of one of our ads that we've developed white labeled for you. You'll see that it has a lot of white space, which means you can drop your logo into it and any other information you're looking to include. We'll also be providing the native files for all of these creatives. So if you want to change other facets, like maybe an additional or higher gift card incentive, though you can certainly do that, though we do recommend that the value is $50 at minimum to get readership participation. But if you want to make it more to increase participation opportunity, by all means, please do. So first, I want to take a look back at the results from our last ad focus survey. We received 943 responses over 19 participating publications. First and foremost, the cornerstone of who we are and what we do in our industry is solid, as hyperlocal news is critically important to readers. Readers also cited that quality is the most important consideration in buying decisions, followed by price, then the locality and small nature of a business, and whether or not they have a relationship or have a loyalty to that brand or business. So in other words, readers want to know about quality products and services from their local community businesses so they can develop a loyal readership and relationship with them. Over 60% of readers say they are likely or very likely to trust newspaper advertising. That's in contrast to what readers say about Google and social media. Readers overwhelmingly see Google and social media as either neutral or negative. And this positions news media in the trust category. And as such, businesses that place ads in trusted media earn that same trust from readers. So we wanted to make sure that we get you started in a very easy way and make it very easy for you. So once you let us know that you would like to participate in our survey, we'll send you a publication specific URL. And keep in mind, if you have different publications that you want to have different or individual URLs for, that's no problem. Just let us know and we'll set that up for you. Once you determine your incentive, and again, keep in mind, the higher the incentive, the more you'll tend to see participation and response, though, again, we recommend that a minimum of a $50 value to entice readers to participate is definitely necessary. It's also incredibly important that you scream from the rooftops for participation. So promote, promote, promote. And we'll be talking a little bit more as to what that looks like for you. We'll be providing you a promotional toolkit that'll have everything you need to set yourself up for success here. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. And then once the survey closes, we'll send you out a notification that will let you know who the winner is of your $50 or more gift card on or around December 1st. And then you will receive the results to your survey on or around December 15th. So I wanted to walk through the survey real quick for you so everyone could take a look at what the survey looks like. So what you'll see first here as questions are answered is that no question is required to be answered in order for a participant to move forward. And we find that important to ensure that we minimize the amount of survey drop-offs. So you'll also see here that more than one uh, response can be logged within a specific question. So you'll notice here, question one is, how does a reader essentially engage with your publication, and whether or not they're an occasional reader of print, or they're a regular reader of or online, or a combination of both. We wanted to try to make it holistic and easy for the reader to provide their responses. We also include whether or not they engage with social media, whether they're a paid subscriber or a non-paying member, and that helps us start evaluating and creating trend lines for you to understand from a readership perspective who your readers are. Additionally, we're asking questions, in regards to, readership versus circulation, how many people are reading the copy of the publication in the home. And then also we want to know where did a respondent hear about the survey. Pro tip: email invitation tends to anecdotally get the best response. So that goes into the promotion side of things, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But definitely an email invitation to your readership will be important for a higher level of response. As we continue to go through, we ask about frequency of how often a reader reads or follows different coverage areas within your publication. So you'll note that we have a lot of different coverage areas. One thing to note is that this survey, it will be the same questions for every publication. That allows for easy roll-up, so we can get a regional overview based on the data that we receive. So if there are some categories or coverage areas that you don't necessarily have in your publication, that's okay. A typical reader is just not going to note that. And then as we go through, we ask, how important different coverage areas or topics are for a specific reader. And I'd like to call out that we are including public and or legal notices. This is important information for us to have. So when our executive director, Rebecca Snyder, lobbies legislatively for things like keeping public notices in the free press, this information is incredibly important, because that's important to a lot of our members, is to get that public notice business. And then we start getting into the more advertising side of things on trying to drill down how readers make decisions as it relates to buying. So you'll see that, we're asking readers to let us know what the most important consideration is for them, whether it's quality, price, relationship with the advertiser, whether they're a local or small business, or something else. And then when they're making those buying decisions, how likely are they to trust the advertisement that they see within a specific ad stack? Local news and local news media has historically been seen as much more trusted than, for example, Google or social media. So we want to be able to capture that data and validate that. That is huge information that we can get back to our advertisers to let them know that their brand is in trusted hands and will receive that same trust that news media has earned from readers into their brand. And then we start asking, how have they considered making buying decisions as a result of an advertisement that they've seen in that publication? Also, that's, again, great data to get back. And then, within a specific advertisement, what are they looking for in terms of information when they're considering to buy? Whether it's the website, or whether they're looking at search engines to get information when they're making a buying consideration. We want to get an understanding of where are they going when they're interested in buying something, to learn more about that specific product or service that they're looking for. And then we're looking at within advertisements, what type of information are they looking for? Are they looking for like sales and specials, or business hours of operation, their website or social media information, or business contact information? This will give great insights for our ad reps that have boots on the ground as they're talking with advertisers about what makes an effective advertisement. We're offering the ability to provide data that looks from the outside in and be able to cater best practices in ad design that really align with the data that we'll see back from this readership survey. And then after that, we start getting into, what type of categories, advertiser categories, are our readers considering on shopping or making a purchase decision within the next 12 months. And it spans, as you can see here, from home improvement services to movie theaters, outdoor festivals or outdoor events, banks, credit unions, real estate's a big one, and new cars and used cars will be a big one because automotive seems to be a really difficult category for news media advertising to crack into. And then we want to look at how often readers or members of that reader's household are following different advertising tactics within our local news media. Are they looking at classified ads? Are they looking at advertising in search, which is a great one? As we're getting data back that people frequently or always look at ad inserts, that's great information that we can get back to our insert partners that may be considering pulling inserts or reducing frequency of their inserts. And again, we're noting here legal notices because that is important to us and important to our members that we get that information as it relates to public notices. And in fact, as we go down, we ask the public if it's important to them that public notices are published within a local newspaper and its website versus a government operated website. Obviously, we want to see our readers note that they find it's important that public notices are published in a local newspaper and its website outside of it being government controlled. And then we ask very simply if buying decisions are influenced by advertising and content that we see or that they see in your publication. A simple yes or no. Again, this is supporting data that we can roll up for ad reps to go out to be able to validate the power of print and digital news media. In regards to asking age, I'd like to call out that we have changed this very mildly, but we changed it to accommodate the requirements that that really any cannabis administration requires. For example, as you may or may not know, in July of 2023, July of this year, Maryland legalized adult use cannabis, and the Maryland Cannabis Administration requires their licensees to provide and demonstrate that that different advertising venues, including print media and digital media, are reaching 85% or more of an audience that's 21 years of age or more. So we set up our different age ranges to be able to easily isolate that information. If a reader is under 21, they can note that. If they're 21 or over, they can note that here, and that will allow us to will allow our members and us to be able to really isolate that. So when we provide it back, or when their licensees provide it back to the Maryland Cannabis Administration or any other cannabis administration, the information is in a way that that administration needs. And then we're asking for, gender, whether male, female, or if they, prefer not to answer, certainly can. Residential zip code. And then we're getting, typical information like, household income levels, education levels. And then we offer the ability for that reader to provide any final comments. And usually readers are pretty vocal in providing comments, and we love to see those comments come back. And of course, any comments that are specific to your publication, you'll be shared that as well, so you can take that into consideration on how you use the data that we're able to provide to you. And then lastly, we ask for the name, their actual zip code and email address, so they can be entered into the prize drawing. And then, of course, we will provide that information back to you. We'll randomly pick a winner, and provide that winner's information back to you on or around December 1st. And then you'll have to contact them by December 5th to let them know that they've been chosen. And we would encourage that, once if the winner comes in to pick up the prize, get a picture and post it on social media. It shows that it's there's a follow through and a winner was in fact chosen. It shows that, essentially you're connecting with the community in that way. That's a great piece of social media content that you can post out onto your social channels. The total survey is 21 questions. It takes about 10 minutes to do. It's super, super easy. And as we're running it through SurveyMonkey, of course, it does respond down to any device that's pulling this this survey up to be taken. So just a few other things in terms of best practices on really how to promote this and set yourselves up for success. So like I mentioned before, you will receive publication specific URLs. And again, if you want more than one URL for all of the different publications that you have within your publication stable, totally can do that. Just let us know. We're happy to do it. And we also want you to consider to create a QR code for your customized URL or URLs if you have multiple. There's a lot of free QR code generators out there that'll make it easy, including Canva. Canva is a great solution to get QR codes made. Again, historically, we find that sending out an email invitation for your readers to participate generates the largest response. But we also want you to consider a publisher or editor's note in your publication as well to complement the advertising that you're placing within your publication's ad stacks in both print and online. Again, we'll be giving you a promotional toolkit, and in that toolkit, you'll see ad sizes for both print and digital, including for print, for example, the typical 1/8 page and 1/4 page ad sizes. We also created a front page banner size. For digital, we created standard run-of-site digital advertising and social sizes, like 720 by 90, 300 by 250, 320 by 50 for mobile, and then a 1080 by 1080 size that's a versatile social media size as well. And again, we'll also include all of those native files within the toolkit. So if you need to massage the sizes a little bit to best fit your individual ad specs, you can certainly do that. On the social side, continue putting a few dollars into boosting to your social followers for additional reach, and also consider pinning your social post to the top during the flight of the survey. And then it's also important about 10 days out or so to send a don't forget email to scoop up any last bits of participation. We recommend you send that out on or around November 20th, and that's about 10 days prior to the end date of the survey, which last day for the survey is November 30th. So just a reminder that if you're interested in participating, reach out to our executive director, Rebecca Snyder, as soon as possible so we can add you to the list of participants. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to either Rebecca or myself. We are happy to answer any questions that you have. We really hope that you participate. This information is as important to us as it is for you. And we want to make sure that we get as much data as we can so we can continue to validate and help evangelize and advocate for the power of news media, both in print and online. All right, everyone, that's everything. We hope that you got a lot out of this. If you have any questions, let us know. But until next time, this is your friendly neighborhood marketing geek, Kevin Berrier, signing off.